Tempe Brooks says her parents, Leola and John Boyce Smith, taught her Christian values and led by example when it came to volunteering and community involvement, adding she grew up learning to be independent and self-reliant. Tempe's journey started on May 26, 1941, in Summit, New Jersey, where she was later joined by her brother Gifford. Both are pictured here at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. She acknowledges in today's focused and pre-planned world that when she left high school, her only real goal was to attend college with a vague idea that biochemistry might be interesting. She says she had faith that if she worked hard, she would be successful and life would take care of itself, and she confirms that it certainly has. Tempe achieved her goal and attended Pomona College, working at department stores during the summers. She met John Brooks at the Caltech Marine Lab in Corona del Mar, where he was a teaching assistant for a marine zoology course she was taking. Tempe graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Zoology, and she and John married in June of 1963 in Redondo Beach. It was during that summer of '63 at the Los Angeles County Fair, where John worked weekends for his father, who was running the Adams and Brooks concessions at the fairgrounds, that Tempe had her first encounter with the confectionery industry. John picked Tempe up after work, and she tells us she soon found herself in a Peanuddles apron handing out samples to a rowdy crowd. She says she was terrified, but worked every weekend of the fair that year. After John joined Adams and Brooks in 1964, Tempe was always involved in some way at the company, depending on her other commitments, which included raising their 3 children, Christy, Cindy, and John Jr. While she might not have been comfortable sampling candy at the fair, she appears a lot more comfortable here, pregnant with Cindy, with a fishing pole in her hand, a pastime she still enjoys. Tempe remembers one of her first projects at Adams and Brooks was helping organize the specifications for shipping cartons and developing a filing system for the drawings and manuals in the engineering and maintenance departments. Other projects followed. During this time, in addition to pitching in at the plant, Tempe was very active in her children's schools and served as a scout leader, evidenced in this picture of John and Tempe celebrating their 12th wedding anniversary camping with Girl Scout Troop 56. She has also enjoyed traveling the world, which often included scuba diving. Always adventurous and fun-loving, Tempe is seen here with her friend Marilyn in Austria, trying out their new outfits. In Italy, Tempe had the opportunity to be in the famed kitchen of Julia Child. In 1987, she was asked to come down and help out at Adams and Brooks, temporarily, after the office manager left. Since then, she has been working there, more or less, she says, full-time in all aspects of the company, including human resources, chairing the safety committee, managing fair concessions, and working on new trademark applications. And for 17 years, Tempe volunteered her time and talent for the Western Candy Conference. She is pictured here with John and Marilyn Worrell of Catherine Beecher at an AWMA summer show in Denver, Colorado. Tempe's first Industry Association experience was helping plan the spouses program for the NCA annual meeting in 1978, and for 2 years she was a member of the NCA Steering Committee, which established the USA Pavilion at the ISM show in Germany. Tempe and John are pictured here at an NCA meeting in Nashville, alongside Barbara and Carl Goldenberg, and former NCA staffer and National Confectionery Sales Association Candy Hall of Famer Susan Smith. For the past 2 years, she has served as a mentor at the Women's Leadership Breakfast at the Sweets and Snacks Expo. She is pictured here at the 2018 Expo with NCSA Candy Hall of Famer Kathy Corcoran. Most notable about Tempe is the extent of her community volunteer involvement, following the example of her parents and maternal grandmother. Her contributions have been widely recognized. She is seen here accepting the Pasadena Foothill Valley YWCA Second Century Award for Community Service. She has been an active member of the Pasadena Junior League since 1967, as well as serving lengthy terms for and chairing numerous boards including United Way, Project Day, Diversion Alternatives for Youth, California State Council, and the Pasadena Public Library Foundation. She is particularly proud to have been named Trustee Emeritus at Westridge School in recognition of 20 years of service, as well as an active member and past treasurer of the Pasadena Guild of Children's Hospital Los Angeles, a small group that raised more than $11 million to support the hospital. Having the honor of being appointed by Health and Human Services Secretary Richard Schweiker as a California delegate to the White House Conference on Aging in 1982, Tempe is seen here with California Senator S.I. Hayakawa at the event. Tempe says it is a testament to her and John that they have somehow managed to work together and stay married. However, we might add, it's a wonder they have stayed married considering the things she has convinced John to be a part of in the name of giving back. Apparently, in addition to making John spend their wedding anniversary camping with Girl Scouts, she talked him into dressing up as the Mad Hatter to accompany her, in an Alice in Wonderland costume, to a Pasadena Kid Space Museum benefit. She says the biggest factors to her success have been accepting opportunities where they were offered, not being afraid to ask for help, and focusing on outcomes rather than personal recognition. Her personal philosophy on life is something she has brought to the industry, which is to look at the positive side, a value reflected in one of her favorite quotes from Abraham Lincoln: "Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be." Something many might not know about Tempe is that she is addicted to the game show Jeopardy, but is a self-proclaimed horrible speller, which might be why we haven't seen her on the show. But there's always hope. Tempe says she is looking forward to retiring sometime before she turns 80 and spending more time with her grandchildren, as well as reading and gardening. Honored guests, please welcome Candy Hall of Famer John Brooks Sr., who will introduce his wife Tempe.